Are we there yet? Hi, everybody. I am Madam Onsa, and Nat21 Adventures has been nice enough to let me jump onto their Twitch channel and do a little bit of tarot card reading today. If you don't already know me, I am the artist and co author of the World Spirit Tarot. That one right there, which you can learn more about at theworldspirittarot.com. I want to send out some thanks to my tech and pit crew here, Paula Garbanzo and Carmel of Spectacle and Mirth, who are helping me figure out all of this fancy dancy live streaming madness. Uh, what's happening here is I just wanted to pop in for a few minutes. I did some reading live on the interwebs for folks yesterday, and due to the challenges of the internet, I missed a few of my old friends, fans, and fam that I would have done readings for had I seen them in the comments. So this is my chance to do that for them. Hi, everybody. It's me. So I'm just going to do this for them, and feel free to say hi. Hey, it's Joe. It's the most glamorous girl of them all. So I'm going to do a few readings, and I only have a little bit of time today. But if you would like, you can put your name in the lineup, and I'll see if I can get to you. So, alrighty. So yesterday, the folks that I missed, Petite Jamila asked for a little bit of insight from the cards. So let's see on this snowy day what the cards have to say. Great. All right, cards. What have you got for us? Here's one. What's next? Oh, there's one in here. And right there. So for anybody who has taken a class with me on tarot or spent any time on my channel or got a reading from me, you'll know that what I'm doing there is I'm feeling through the cards, just feeling for any kind of warm or cool tingle that might give me some information about which cards to pull. How does it work? That's a whole other conversation. But I know that's usually what I do. I am feeling around. Hi, everybody. Oh, look, it's Lane and Lisa and my favorite deck pick guy, Chris. Hi, everybody. Hey, Delia. So, again, for anybody just joining me now, what happened was I was doing a few readings for folks yesterday, and a couple friends, fans, and family fell out of the feed. So much alliteration. And I wanted to make sure that I got to them today. So thanks for being with me. I'm going to do readings for those folks. And then if I have time, I'll do a few more. This one is for Petite Jamila, and I'll be sure to let her know. My dear, what you got, 3-card spread, you have the Four of Pentacles. I know your question was very much about the beginning of a new business venture. So that is great. Four of Pentacles, very stable, very resourceful. In your case, I would say it has a lot to do with the sort of stability and security that comes from building something on the shoulders and the goodwill of your community, which I know you've spent many years making that happen. So Four of Pentacles is really auspicious. We do see the Wheel of Fortune and Justice. So I will say, I think everyone's getting a little bit of Wheel of Fortune right now, because the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot always suggests a certain amount of ups and downs. Literally, it is a wheel. I think of it as the magic 8 ball, which sometimes is saying ask again later, in the sense that there are so many variables at work that it adds an extra element of uncertainty into your reading, but not in a bad way. This is not a card of catastrophe by any means. The Wheel of Fortune definitely suggests that you are going to be having to act and make choices without all the information, because here we are. When does normal life start? What does normal life look like in this time and place, right? So Wheel of Fortune says, in conjunction with the Four of Pentacles, says, I think it's going to be fine, but you should expect a certain amount of seasickness. Take your spiritual Dramamine to prepare for the inevitable ups and downs. You also got the Justice card. Justice often comes up to speak to legal matters. So if you've got any sort of pending questions around, zoning and permits or taxes or any of that kind of stuff relative to the new business that you're starting, I suggest you try to get those things in order. The Justice card also suggest to me, it always brings you the ethical opportunity to make decisions about when to follow the letter of the law, when to follow the spirit of the law, when to go with what you know is right versus what is legal. So it seems to me that at essence, things look great for your new business venture. But there are some very big questions about what kind of business person you want to be in this new context, because I'm sure that you, like so many folks who are performers and artists, are deep in the middle of personal reinvention right now. So I hope, my dear, that that's useful for you. I'm going to scoop these cards up. For anybody who's just joining us, hi, I am Madame Ansa, and I am the artist and co-author of the World Spirit Tarot, and I am throwing a few readings out for some of my folks that missed me yesterday. And some of you, I see, were here both yesterday and today. Let me see. So this one is for, let's see, who did I miss yesterday? Oh, this one is for Carol Ann. If you are a person who's interested in learning how to read cards, there are, of course, many wonderful resources out there, many great writers, many great blogs, vlogs, etc. I'd like to recommend Little Red Tarot, which is a very progressive and queer-friendly blog. I think it's based in the UK. Very interesting material is always being presented there. The tarot is an evolving art form. It's not fixed in time. And we are always striving as a community to help it evolve to meet the times as our understanding of gender and science and best practices and origins and history, as all of these things evolve. So it's good to seek out not only traditional resources, which are very important, but also forward thinking resources. So yeah, education. Okay, this is for Carol Ann. There we go. Oh, yeah. It's interesting. It's easier to feel the cards today than it was yesterday. I was really having to dig around in the liminal to figure it out yesterday. Perfect. Okay, what do we have for you, Carol Ann? Oh, nice. Okay. So for anybody who's familiar and blocked, what happened? What's going on? Hi there. Looks like there's some what do you mean blocked? I don't understand what that means. Lane, if you have any, oh, hey, Oyas girl, if you have any insight for me about what is happening for y'all, I would love to be able to help you. Oh, I have a spammer. Thank you. Get that person out. Thanks. Here, this brings up a lovely point before I read the cards for Carol Ann. One of the challenges of reading in this format, of course, is trying to be fully present in the intuitive, fully present with not only the cards, but the person for whom I'm reading, and also to navigate technology. I'm surrounded by microphones and ring lights and cords, comments and spammers. So thank you so much. I'm caught up. So thank you so much. Anyway, so this is what we've got for Carol Ann. We have got the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a great card. Cups are about emotions, water. They are about how we feel. And how we experience our sense of connection to ourselves, the universe, and of course, also other people. The Three of Cups in particular is a card of, I want to say, connection beyond the binary. And what I mean by that is it's not just about, your family or your romantic partner or your business partner. It's really more about how you are nested into your community of connection. So the Three of Cups, Carol Ann was asking specifically about both the beginning of business adventures and relationship, and this is a great card in both fronts. Now, I will say, if your question was primarily business, having it be all cups would suggest that there was some practical matters that you might need to take into account. Here's that Three of Cups. It's very important to me to make sure that there were folks of all ages and colors and body types all in represented here. Uh, but as a card of just generally fresh beginnings and sort of, it's almost the card of like, what we can jokingly say the NRE. It's like the new relationship energy card. It really speaks to sort of being in love with what you're doing and jazzed about your connections. Now, also, Carol Ann, we see you've got the Empress card, and the Empress is great. Sorry, I should have showed my cards for the previous reading too. There's the Empress. She is everything lush. The Empress says, by all means, have dessert for breakfast if that's what you want to do. Everything about her is very affirming of your life force, of your decisions, of how you feel in your body. She really wants you to have the best possible time while keeping wellness in mind. You might think of her as an extension of sort of the notion of the divine mother or sort of divine abundance. To me, she's the card of tiramisu and avocados and all that is lush. So having her come up also speaks to comfort and I want to say luxury, which again, in the context of thinking about business, suggests that things might go well. You do, however, have the Sage of Wands, which is definitely your card of action. The Sage of Wands, here he is. He's riding his dromedary with his firebrand moving through the desert. So this is the card that says, if you want all that Three of Cups, if you want all that Empress action, you're going to need to get on that dromedary and ride. It's definitely, wands, of course, are willpower, fire, passion, the to-do list, the manifesting. And he is the one who says, if you would like to get something done, now is not the time to just lean into the woo. It's also the time to build the business plan, build the spreadsheet, make a mission. And in doing that, you'll be able to enjoy all the other good stuff. So, hey, Carol Ann, I hope that helps. Okay, I also wanted to do a reading for my old friend, Debbie Cochran. She was asking about her new farm. She does all of the things. She has bees and ungulates and farming and felting and fiber arts. So she was just asking a bit about that. Again, thanks to everybody who's here. And Lubna, I can get you a card. There we go. There's lots of different ways you can randomize your card. You can shuffle, poker style, fancy and dexterously. You can just maneuver them. There is, of course, the Lynchburg Druid shuffle, which I love, which is when you take the cards, ask your question, and throw them in the air. Very effective means of shuffling if you don't mind doing a lot of pickup afterwards. All right. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody who's here. All right. How about you? How about you? All right. Let's see what we've got. We have the Three of Wands, we have the Hermit, and we have the Eight of Wands. So for you, Debbie, my friend, it looks like a lot of action, a lot of choices. The Hermit, again, I like to joke, has come up for people a lot during the pandemic because so many of us find ourselves more isolated or insular, at least in our pods or family groups or sort of work community than we might have been in the beforescape. But the Hermit, not only does it speak to being on your own in some sense, but of course the Hermit is on a mission. The Hermit is you, again, being very leaning into one-on-one learning, leaning into listening to your deep self. And the Hermit, in undertaking their sort of deep journey of listening to self and wending their way up the winding path, not only do they find their way, but they often end up being a lantern for others. Hey, Mab. Hi. So there's the Hermit for you. And then you've got Three of Wands and Eight of Wands. For the folks that just joined us, I will see if I can get to you today. It would be my pleasure to help you out if I've got time. It is tarot for free. I invite you to make a donation if you are so inclined. I'll type it into the chat, but if you want to make a donation, you can. That would be Venmo World Spirit Tarot. Can you see it? World Spirit Tarot is my Venmo, and world.spirit.tarot at PayPal or Gmail is my PayPal. Clearly, that's not what I'm here for today. Hi, Mab. So here's the other thing about this for you, Debbie. Three of Wands is very much about you're putting in an initial level of effort and you are seeing some return. It's a beautiful card that suggests your ship has begun to come in. Rachel Pollack very wisely referred to this as a gateway card. It's very much like you are stepping through the gateway formed by the arches to move into the next level of your plan. Your plans are working perfectly. Now, the Eight of Wands just means things want to start moving fast. Boom. So when the 8 comes up, it is all about some action. So I would say things look good for you. I think that you are looking at a lot of forward momentum. You're standing on the edge of something exciting. Again, that Hermit card suggests that you may not be doing it in the middle of a throng for a while. You may be surrounded perhaps by lots of sheep and bees, but probably not by lots of other humans for a while. But it looks great. So congratulations, Deb. Okay, I'm going to throw in a few others for other people. I'm going to pull a card for Lubna. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Pal of mine. Hey, look, thank you. I was just about to say, hey, Mab, do you mind typing that in there for me? That's great. You are the best. For anybody who just can't get enough of the internet, Mab, who joined us, you may notice here that I am, which way is it? That I am here as a guest today of Nat 21 Adventures, which is essentially theater, improv about magic, disguised as a Dungeons and Dragons show being performed by Ren Fair performers, folks who are skilled artists who are not in their usual jobs right now. And the Mab is one of those people. So if you are, if you're inclined, come back tonight for, when is the show, at 8? Look in the chat. Mab knows when the show is. Okay, let's pull a card for you. What have we got? You, my friend, got the Seven of Wands. You can see here, I think of this as very much as the card of the activist. You can see this person has taken a strong stance. They are either standing in front of or behind a wall of wands that may be there to protect or may be there to gatekeep. All of the Sevens cards are very much about evaluation, like, who am I? What am I doing? Is this working out the way I thought it was? Was this worth all the fuss? So with the Seven of Wands, it is a card of saying, what am I willing to stand for? What do I need to stand against? It is all about the kind of action that you want to take. So for you, looks to me like it's a great time for you to make some strong choices. Stand up for yourself, stand up for your community. All righty, now let me see. Is there anybody I missed? Sure, I'm going to pull a card for Jeanette. I'm going to pull a card for Dee and see what else I can do. And Mab pointed out that the show tonight is at 8 p.m. That is for you folks who like Dungeons and Dragons. It is a pretty darn hilarious show, I must say. And tonight is their Groundhog special. It is a 2-hour show, I believe, 8 to 10, right here on Nat 21. Okay. So Jeanette, what have I got for Jeanette? Boom. Boom. Ooh, nice. Okay, what you have, friend, you've got 1 Cups card and 2 Pentacles. Cups, emotion, Pentacles, the world of the practical. All of these cards are quite auspicious, I'm happy to say. It's always challenging when you're doing readings for people and it's all towers all the time. This is not that. You've got the 6 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. That suggests some progress. Again, this is usually about, Pentacles usually refer to like health, work, resources. They are eminent housing. They're eminently practical. So the 6 suggests generosity. The 7, this is a beautiful card if you are an acolyte of Pan. The 7 suggests evaluation, really looking at what you're doing, looking at where your efforts have got you. Is this what you want? So that 6 and 7 together suggests a lot of momentum and a lot of opportunities for self-reflection. And then, interestingly, in addition to those pentacles, you've got the 10 of Cups. This is a card of enormous emotional satisfaction, fulfillment, safety. It is sometimes known as a card of emotional like fullness in your tribe or your family. I think in this modern era, it's very important to consider the family that you make as much as the family that you came with, since many of us get to make those choices. So looks really great. Congratulations, Jeanette. So 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and 10 of Cups. I'm going to pull one quick for DC. If anybody wants to throw in here a donation, you are welcome to do that. You can see my Venmo is up there, World Spirit Tarot, and my PayPal as well. I'm just here today to help a few people out for Groundhog Day and test this wacky technology of being on the Twitch and the YouTubes and the Facebooks all at the same time. Great. All right, D. What can I do for you? Hey, Reverend Tommy. All right, D. Ooh, lively. Okay. All right, so Reverend Tommy, you get to see me in my fortune teller aspect today. Okay, so this is for D. You did get the tower, speaking of towers, and it has, but it's in very good company. So when the tower comes up, it usually speaks to, if somebody could boot the spammer out again, that would be great. The tower speaks to getting some kind of radical change of perspective in your life. The good news is when it comes up, it's usually like, oh, I didn't know that person wasn't trustworthy, or I didn't know these tires were bald. I'm glad I found that out before something bad happened. So the tower, when it comes up, it's not something that we usually experience with great glee, but it is good to get the truth out there. And then as far as the other cards you got the 9. Well, here's the tower, so you can look at it. Boom, lightning struck tower. So you can see the person has been struck by the information and they are quite surprised. Then you find the Temperance card, which is a great card. Temperance usually speaks to a moderate approach to things. Obviously, I often find it is a card of finding a livable compromise. So rather than cutting something completely out of your life or making radical changes, it may be about learning a radical truth and then having a measured response in this context. And then you have the 9 of Wands. Wands, again, are fire, willpower, drive, all that good stuff. And the 9 speaks to the warning note in the 9 is to not be hyper vigilant. You may have been through some stuff, but the Temperance card encourages you to once again try to moderate your response. So you've got big information and a great opportunity to find a measured way to move through it as you continue to get done what you need to get done. Hope that's helpful. Okay, let me see. Alrighty. So I'm going to pull some cards for you, Anita. I understand that you are just a kid. And then I honestly probably only have a few more minutes because I got to go do mom things. For anybody just joining us, I am Madame Ansa, hardest working woman in show business. That is, in fact, my website. But I have another website, which is the World Spirit Tarot, where you can find out more about what I do, what I teach, and I am expanding my YouTube channel this year to be much more of a happening place, which hence is why I'm here fiddling with all of this technology. Who knew you needed so much tech to be such an analog gal? Okay, kiddo, what can I find out for you? There we go. All right. Great. All right, here's your cards, kiddo. The Eight of Pentacles. That means work hard and learn stuff from both learn stuff from your elders and give back to people who are younger than you. You also have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is in the old decks, it was the Pope, and it represents basically higher education. It's really about, yeah, here's the Eight of Pentacles. You can see all the people deep in study, learning the craft. Here we have the Hierophant. Here's the person saying, as above, so below. I know all this stuff, and I will teach it to you, but you have to be humble enough to learn, which is challenging. And then you have the Six of Swords, which is one of my favorite cards. And we were joking in the readings yesterday. Six of Swords means literally changing your mind. It is a journey of consciousness as you set off from the things that you know towards the things that you don't yet know, with a mind towards, once again, becoming better informed, not just smarter, but wiser. And I was joking about it yesterday because it is journey of consciousness. It used to also be called journey by water, but of course, most of us are not going anywhere right now. So I hope that's helpful, kiddo. It really says, like, buckle down and try to get through what's happening right now. Don't worry about what you're experiencing now, but worry about making yourself the kind of person who is able to seize the kind of life that you want. So, hey, oh, look at that. Oh, look at you. Somebody, whoever put that up there, thank you. And I want to say thank you to Reverend Tommy just for everything that he does to help us with all of these projects and adventures. And boy, now that I'm inside StreamYard for the first time, you're extra. You're doing extra. What else can I do? Is there anybody else in here that I can help? Oh, great. Thanks, kiddo. Let's gather these up. You know what? I'm gonna actually I'm gonna jump the proverbial shark and pull some cards for Matt. Or I gotta go. If I didn't get to you today, then I'm sure you'll have another opportunity to meet up with me here online as I learn the wonders of the Twitches and the StreamYards. Mabo, Jabo. Interesting. Still feeling. There's a little something in there. Huh. So interestingly, Mab, I'm getting more read with my right hand than my left. Usually that's the other way around. The left being, in my case, the more intuitive side. But the right is the one getting the vibes. What do we got here? So, oh, interesting. It is Ari Deja Blandia. So what you got, cards look good. What you've got is 2 wands cards, very appropriate for work-related question, and a swords. Swords, typically the realm of intellect, air, decision-making, communication, and wands being willpower, bucket list, sort of the productive glue that holds everything together. So, and you have these cards, so you can spread them out at home and take a peek-see. Yes, this one is for this one is for Jawses. Yes, I'm just catching some glimpse in the time here. up in the comments. Anybody that I don't get to, I will pull a couple cards for Chris too. He knows why. Okay, so Mabo, what we've got, you've got the Three of Wands. As we said, this is that card that says you're doing the work, keep doing the work, and you too will have reason to jump for joy. This card suggests things going well. In your case, however, be aware, Day Job Landia, the 10 of Wands suggests massive commitment. Please be aware of trying not to get burnt out. I know under the circumstances that is a tall order, because right now you probably feel like anything they ask you to do, you have to say yes. And you know what you have to do. You're trying to keep things steady or make things better. Your time is already compromised. Your money is already uncertain in these crazy ass times. Oop, can I say that? Are we going to be in trouble? The 10 suggests that it's going to be a little bumpy while you try to do everything and be all things to all people and all pets. The 8 of Swords, however, this card reminds us that it is possible that you have found yourself in this situation before, in some sense. I don't know whether that's exactly true with your work, but when the 8 of Swords comes up, it usually suggests that you have made decisions that allow you to be in a repeating pattern. Like once you've moved through the present and you look back, with your sort of bigger vision, you're going to go, oh, right, that's that thing that happens. That's that, whether it's the Catholic guilt trap or whether it is the, whether it is the imposter syndrome trap or whatever. Something here suggests that things are actually like you are more capable and able than you think. You have just got yourself kind of wrapped up. You've tied yourself up in proverbial knots. So cards look fine. There's no radical changes in here, but it looks like there's a certain amount of having to do some internal work and having to manage some external expectations, either from your current job or as part of mapping things out for you to move into another situation where you feel where you don't have imposter syndrome, or you don't feel underqualified, or you don't feel underappreciated. So I'm going to hold them up for you all three. I like very much the placement that while these two cards that kind of have some emotional challenges are on either side, but that center one, it's a clear walk to a blue sky. So think about that today as you move through your difficulty. And the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull a couple cards for Chris, and then everybody else next time, another time. Great. If you're just joining us now, I am Madame Onsa, and hardest working woman in show business, and the lady behind the World Spirit Tarot. I'm going to pull a couple cards for my friend Chris. You can see him in the feed. If you get a chance to check him out online, he has very charming tarot-related stuff that comes up. Chris, did you have a specific question for me? Great. Otherwise. Let's just see. What does he need to know right now? What surprises do Groundhog Day have to offer? Okay. Now, you being a reader yourself, of course, these are... sorry, Anita, I'm actually out of time. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to do this one for Chris, and then I got to go. So you being a reader yourself, Chris, of course, these cards are open to your own interpretation. You can bring your own wealth of knowledge to bear on them. But what I'm seeing right here is a ton of badass energy. You've got the world or the universe, boom, front and center, doing its cosmic dance, all with its business out. uh, really living very fully in that. And of course, the universe card comes up when we are coming to some kind of like closure or like a plateau of accomplishment. So good for you. We also see the Sybil of Cups. The Sybil is like unto the Queen. So that card comes up when we are in our power of love with detachment. Like I can be here for you, I can be in the feels, but not get washed away by someone else's needs and drama. So that's a really powerful card as far as like how we can be powerful in ourselves and with other people. And you also got the Seeker of Wands. So you've got this central major arcana card flanked by people cards or court cards. The Seeker of Wands is a relentless flirt and a bit sexy. So I'm not sure if that's you or some force moving through your life right now, but that card comes up usually when we are fired up about something, we're really feeling ourselves, or maybe there's someone else in your life who is embodying this. But the Seeker comes up when it is like it's time to take our drive and our passion out into the world to do more and learn more. Seekers or knights are never they don't have all the information. They're not masters, but they're the adventuring journeymen, so they are ready to take it out there and learn stuff. So these cards look great. So you've got sorry, she was here. So it just looks like a lot of wait, I'm sorry, it's backwards. Where am I? There we go. There we go. There we go. Look at me. This is where I'm like a little old lady. But there you can see there's like a lot of real strong, dynamic, sort of queenly vibe, and then this powerful, feisty, dynamic, flirtatious sort of Apollonian vibe. So I don't know quite what the nature of your question was, but that feels good to me. Thank you to everybody who stopped by. Appreciate it. And this is my opportunity to check and see how the Twitch works and the StreamYard works. I will be sure to share this with the folks that I did readings for at the very beginning. And yeah, that's me. And thank you very much to Mab and Carmel and Paulo and Tommy for all helping with the tech end of things. Thanks to Nat21 for having me on their Twitch channel while I learn the ropes. And I gotta go do tarot mom things. So I'm doing corporate gig readings all day for the next couple days for a big convention, for a big corporate convention, but I'll be hoping to pop back on here later on in the week. Thanks everybody, and best of luck to everybody. Let's stay in touch. Bye.